Boost your career with an MBA in Business Analytics. Unleash your potential. Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Dalvinder Kaur from Lovely Professional University. Get ready to dive into today's topic, that is unleashing career potential with MBA, Business Analytics. Before we proceed further, allow me to introduce the experts of the day. Mr. Nishant Chaudhary, Head of Data Science, Advance Financing Private Limited, a leader in data science and analytics with the knack for driving business success through advanced techniques. With over 9 years of experience and a portfolio boasting major clients, Mr. Nishant is your go-to expert for all things data-driven. So I would like to introduce Mr. Anup Sharma, Assistant Professor, Mittal School of Business, LPU. With expertise in operations, IT, and business analytics, with over 10 years of industry and academic experience. His research interests span operational efficiencies, AI tools, and wealth management. So I would like to introduce admission nominee also in this webinar, Dr. Maninder Singh, Associate Professor and Admission Coordinator at Lovely Professional University. With a PhD from Punjab University and expertise in marketing and supply chain management, he brings a wealth of knowledge, having published extensively and holding patents. Before we proceed further in today's session, I would like to request everyone for any questions you can write in the chat box or in the Q&A box, and same will be addressed from my side in the end of this webinar. Now, I hand over the thanks to Mr. Anup Sharma, and it would be an absolute delight to listen from him. Over to you, sir.
Ma'am, just give me a moment to start my presentation.
Sure.
Visible, ma'am?
Yes, it's visible. You can continue, sir.
Thank you very much. So, thanks giving this opportunity with students. And let me explain you to MBA Business Analytics program. So to start with program, this is the School of Business. And if I talk about business, it was 2001. Our goal is to provide quality in management, commerce, and as per ranking, we are ranked among top B countries. Science higher education is also second in business and economics subjects. Our institute rankings are 14 in that, and accredited by SP USA. If I take it further, around 25 programs which are offered at a PG and students from multiple countries are this programs in this university, and we have some 9 countries presentation in our campus. If I talk about faculties, core faculty, core management faculties experience, and percent or above PhD holders. So this is about our school. But if I talk about program which is business analytics, it's much nowadays. It's wanted skill. If analytics skill, it's which is asked by coming to our campus for give placements. If I talk about World Economic Forum top 10 skills for 2025, if we see this list, is our associated program, that is MBA in Business. In our program on major skills to students, specifically solving skill, we want to have those skills so that they can perform well in industry tasks, and they can address related to. So here is whether are ready for for this digital. We are here to offer to you. We want to ensure that our students are to serve in this society, to perform very and to excel in all areas related to this. Now, talking about this program, this program is industry, industry, and MBA. We have APMG. If I talk about courses which are offered by industry partner, about the entire assessment, 11 courses are designed by industry partner itself. Additional internship opportunity to students. Uh, in last two modules, we also give we compulsory internship opportunities, and in this internship, all students analytics based project which is done in collaboration with industry. This is eligibility criteria which is available on website of LPU. If you can see somewhere around 55% marks which are required in BE or BTech from BSc. Okay. So 55% is along with that, the requirements. One is a clear exam and national level exams. Then there is round followed by an interview. These are eligibility conditions for this program. As I mentioned slides, there are 11 subjects which are by industry. So this is courses offered by industry. So we offer database management, data exploration, data analytics, data visualization, story, introduction to machine learning, data warehousing, and data mining. And we have big data or Spark, Mongo, and Flume. Three different things for big data. Then we have text analytics, machine learning. To these 11 subjects, we give a short opportunity after fourth month. So between first year and give internship opportunity to all business analytics students, MBA students. Compulsory internship is students. Uh, internship is based on project, also given by industry, that students can practice and whatever skills in during entire courses. Master classes, then 10 master classes we have for every module, and this master aim to students for certification. We also have one per module so that perspective from industry can be students. Teaching, we also that students get real scenario, real scenarios and case studies. We give small situations and we put them as a students. We ask them that use data, analyze it, and solutions to those challenges. Courses, based courses, specific specialization. We also provide links which can be for revision, enhance what there from classroom. Here's some of the placement highlights of last batch. I'm proud to about Rohini Singh placement in Fed at a package of 10 lakhs per annum. Mehak Gupta with package with in Adani Group and Ayushi Patel in Wattway 8 lakhs package. These are some of the top performers in terms of play, but we have a lot of companies asking for students from, and it is one of the most skill, most when it comes to place. from this one, I would hand over this to my colleague. Sir, stop presentation here.
Yeah.
Take over from here, please.
Sure. Thank you, Anab. Okay, so from here onwards, we will have discussions more towards how in industry we consume data analytics, what are the different use cases that we generally solve in day-to-day life, as well as what all different industries are there where we can use analytics. So just continuing with what Arun sir has been discussing about data science or analytics and with the previous batch performance, this is completely aligned with what we are also been doing on a day-on-day basis. So if you focus on what exactly is analytics, because we are all starting right now from scratch and we have academic knowledge about it, but we have actually been surrounded by analytics when we look into what do we mean by analytics. And it is nothing but just discovery of meaningful patterns in a given set of data. These patterns can be either coming from images or numerical numbers or videos or even some artificial intelligence related data that is being formed. So our role and responsibility is basically to try and figure out what are the different insights that we can take out from the data. And with this, we will start with our session in terms of what is the current challenges that we are facing when it comes to data, where we say too much of information that we are handling on a day-on-day basis, which are coming from different formats. And this is a real life challenge that we cannot have one tool that can solve and bringing out the insights from all different kind of data. So that brings us the actual need of a tool which can actually process data from different sources. Then the second part is that we are surrounded by data which is unstructured. And this challenge, when we have to put it together, makes sense because we need to figure out the different ways to make sense out of the data. And when we talk about unstructured data, these data are basically images and videos. So it is very easy to statistically work on numbers and the data which is in text format. But then we have to get into analytics when it comes to finding out hidden patterns, for building predictions, forecasting, as well as in terms of converting the information which is plain data and getting the insights for the organization. Now, when we say that last 10 years, the data science have grown into data analytics, and in data analytics, it was just purely finding the insights. Now we are stepping into the world where we are trying to get actionable insights. So when we say actionable insights, that needs to solve a problem, right? So for that, let's try to understand different segments into any particular industry or any particular company where we have finance as suppose one particular segment. There we have risk as a particular subsegment where the problems just like we try to figure out credit worthiness of first time borrowers. This is basically a very common problem for any bank or NBFC who try to capture more customers and get into new area, but they don't have any information. So this is where data analytics will come in place, where we try to identify data from third-party data sources, try to see from different telecom giants, try to understand their payment history, and try to see that how we can identify a customer who's worthy enough of either issuing a credit card or issuing a loan. And for that, now data analytics have actually added to the business flow where we say that we can predict whether the customer can default in the payments or we try to understand the customers better, because previously it was all the data that a customer shares with the company. But now with the help of data analytics, we do have social media platforms, we do have other data sources with which we can understand the customer better and take a decision. Similarly, in marketing also, we have a very basic goal that we need to identify customer churn. And customer churn is basically your good customers are losing and your business is getting impacted. So what is the role of a company with the function marketing? That we need to get the good customer for the organization and we need to retain the good customers. Now, retention is very critical because for sales perspective, you can get customers on board. But marketing plays a very vital role in terms of customer retention, how we interact with customers, whether it is platform as app or website, we do share some SMSs or we try to share some emails. So these kind of information where we try to identify customer behavior, see their purchase patterns, see how they are actually sharing their payments, whether they are doing it on time, whether they are actually defaulting their payments, or they are opening our application, they are loyal to the organization. So all these information will help us in identifying customers who are beneficial for the organization. Now that comes with, let's build a program or let's build an algorithm for customer prediction under the same area of churn, which is another arm of data analytics, where we try to say with a particular confidence, we will make a statement that these customers are most likely to leave the organization or leave the business. And that is what we generally solve when it comes to marketing channel challenges. Now, there is another example of operations, because in marketing or in operations or in finance, you will be actually thrown to a world with just data for your action. Now, you don't know what kind of analysis you will do. We have very limited information of what kind of different algorithms that we can run. So to solve for that, operation is also one place where we can apply analytics, try to figure out the purchase trends, the income group of a particular customer base, and their age distribution and various other demographic information. All these information, when we link it to the inventory, which is basically just like for Walmart or for Amazon and Flipkart, we know that when we order, it used to take 7 to 8 days, 10 years back. Some 4 to 5 years back, all the orders from these platforms used to take 2 to 3 days. And now we are at the age where even if we try to order specific inventory in morning, we will actually be able to receive the inventory or the order on the same day itself. Now, how these things have evolved? In what way we are saying that we are able to solve this problem in a very short span? And this is nothing but when we try to add in analytics in terms of planning the inventory, planning the demand, try to see that what kind of products are in demand, then try to have the purchasing part of that so that all the elements are automated and we are able to share the insights with business for the orders which are we are expecting in future. So having said that, all broad level areas of businesses we have covered. But even with that, we have HR as one function, which is also very important. And to the surprise of the people who try to get into the data science and data analytics, it is even the information in human related data that we have for the organization. We are able to solve challenges with the help of data analytics. And this can be as simple as try to figure out if employee attrition, what kind of bonuses we have to put, in terms of what is the demand for a particular workforce, how many individuals do we need to hire, the planning for that particular function, as well as in terms of predicting whether the employee will perform better or basis on their various other aspects. So the current challenge in HR is that you have yearly reviews. And after the end of the year, you know the performance of an individual. But with the help of data analytics, we also track their attendance. We track what exactly they are contributing in the organization, whether they are participating in any hackathons, they have shared any referrals, and there are softer aspects which is now formed as a data, and we make use of that data and solve for that predictive analytics for customer or even for employee whom we are expecting to get attrited. So in that sense, we try to cover all the business areas of an organization. But why should we even care about solving for such problems? Why is it necessary for us to get additional knowledge in data analytics? Because when you're doing MBA, you've been equipped with skills like functional knowledge, or you will also have analytical ability to solve for particular problem, because the curriculum has case studies which will help you to build that analytical ability. and you will try to understand the business from a big picture perspective. But when it comes to data analytics or analytical skill, we'll be actually giving you additional information related to domain or statistics, which is the backend or the foundation of any analytical courses that we are trying to have. Right. Similarly, we'll be able to present these insights to the management, because management sometimes doesn't understand the language of analytics or data science. So it is also helping us in terms of sharing the information in a particular way which can actually express the insights that we want to share. And that comes as data visualization or storytelling. And along with all these skills, we'll also be learning a basics of programming. Even though you might not be coming from a technical background, but data analytics is a field where even people coming from non-technical background are able to quickly grab and then do better in their professional life. So in that sense, we'll also give a flavor of basic programming of Python or R, which is helping us in terms of solving for particular problems quickly. Now, having said that, we know what kind of skills that we learn. We know what kind of business areas we can touch base the data analytics. There are also some industry leaders who are talking about data analytics, how they are using it. For example, Sangeet Chawla, who's the CEO of GMAC, he's actually talking about the corporations talking about data science, and the startups are getting a unicorn because they have the knowledge of finance, marketing, supply chain. But with these knowledges, they are able to take data driven decision making. Like similarly for Naukri, where a combination of digital skills, industry knowledge, and client facing skills is a powerful combination in current market. This is what they were claiming. Like industry knowledge comes with experience, client facing skills are relevant to individuals who have these kind of skills, but a digital skills is where we will hone our skills and try to understand how we can leverage data analytics. And NASCOM, which is really a big entity who try to predict how the trends of big data or data science and in industry, how we are going. They have also predicted it that by 2018, we'll grow by 1.3 billion. And to our surprise, it has actually grown to 1.6 billion in 2018. So even with that growth rate, we are expecting that the analytics will sustain for another 20, 30 years. And that is where we want to get our career into this. Few references from the media where people are talking about data analytics sparks as bullish MBA, because initially some 10, 11 years back, we've been challenged in terms of why data analytics in MBA, because MBA looks like a business education, but data analytics more towards technical. But this is the combination where people have actually understood that we need managers who understand data, who can lead the team, who can actually transform the business decisions or get hands on into the strategy. And this is where there are multiple references where people are trying to say how a combination of data analytical skills along with MBA is a very good combination in terms of getting a valuable input or results for an organization. Similarly, there were a few articles where we are saying the data analytics, though even though it has been grown or is growing faster in the Western side of the world, but in India as well, we are seeing that there is a good amount of booming and requirements as well as the demand, which we are seeing for the data. And this was there almost 10 years back, where we are seeing the data is booming in the city Bangalore. And now we see that all the major cities, even including Delhi or Mumbai or Chennai, there is a big amount of requirements for different organizations for people to have data analytics skills. Similar to other trends, let's jump on to understanding the career in general. Though we know that the job trends are increasing, we are actually trying to understand the need of data analytics. But if we look into the last 10 years of data, and this is coming from Indeed, where we know the job trends are also increasing. So for every particular course that we do, we have a fundamental question that we should end up with a job. And this is what the backend data that guarantees that we will definitely have good jobs and lucrative career when we actually identify analytics as our focus career going forward. So looking at just the chart, we see that it is almost grown by 500%, and the jobs are still coming in, right? The big data analytics, as well as for every aspect of analytics, there's a good amount of job coming up. But though we know the number of jobs are actually increasing, but we should also highlight that there is substantial salary also, which is actually increasing for the data analytics people. Like if you see for entry level analyst, the salary range is somewhere around 5 to 6 lakh per annum, which to our surprise, it is actually we are at that stage where from different courses, colleges, we actually end up having higher salaries even for our first job. And this is a beauty of data analytics, that this is not relevant to any particular industry. If you see the right side chart, it highlights the need is in banking sector as well as in e-commerce, retail, consulting, and IT. So the good part is if we can make sense out of data, we can work in any industry and any company and bring out insights for actionable decision making. Now, there is specific ladder from a career progression that will go from analyst to assistant manager to senior manager. And within 10 years, we will be actually handling up responsibilities for the strategy of an organization, which generally for all other skills and domains have a decent 15 to 20 years of experience till the time we reach senior manager position and handles responsible job. Similarly, when we talk about data scientists by industry, there are various other industries that we further drill it down from IT, e-commerce, and banking, and know that if you have interest towards computer software or into education sector or in research or insurance, there is a good amount of demand for the people who can make sense of data, and they are actually ruling these industries with their work. Now, when we say, how can we get into this? Though we have already understood the buzzword of data analyst or data scientist, how we can actually get into this? So there are just basic skills that we require: domain knowledge, statistics, and programming. And with these three skills, we'll be able to solve any kind of business problem from the day one of our professional life. Now, when we talk about programming, that differs or different programming languages that we have. But when it comes to statistics, it is all fundamental that we are going to cover in our curriculum. So that's why it is important for us to have a close watch on the course details as well, where we are saying we will be actually covering descriptive statistics, which talks about what has happened in the past. Then we will also get our hands on inferential statistics, which is also called as diagnostic statistics, that talks about why something is happening, why there is a drop in the business, why there is a drop in sales, why there is a problem. So we say root cause analysis. So once we identify what has happened in the past, we can identify the root cause of that. That gives us a better benefit of trying to work on machine learning. So now in machine learning, what do we mean by machine learning? We are trying to get into predictive analytics, because we have already studied what has happened and why it is happening. Then we can say what will happen in future. And that is where we talk about machine learning. And then the fourth step of maturity is data analysis, where we can talk about what, why, when, all these factors of data analysis, and present the story with the help of data visualization tools like Tableau or Power BI, to name a few, and present these stories to the senior leaders for explaining the insights. So you see on the right hand side top chart, this is just like a word cloud where we say these are the buzzwords which are running on the Naukri.com as well as in the world, where these skills are in high demand. We talk about text analytics, we talk about data analytics, we talk about data mining and machine learning. Everything will fetch us job as well as work in any kind of industry that we are targeting into. So now when we say industry, we have already covered. There's almost everything we have covered from an industry side. We know even in the industry, we can cover multiple companies, and then in companies we can cover multiple businesses, like for marketing, operations, and finance. Now, to highlight few companies who are hiring for data analytics professionals, these are some great companies who are actually offering really great career. And if we have certain companies whom we want to target to, now this is just you can say a start of the ocean, where we know that there are other companies, the startups, who are actually getting into the place. So with this, we can just close out on our discussion coming from the corporate side or the industry related information. I'll hand over the presentation to our colleagues.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
Yes,
Mr.
good afternoon.
And Mr. Anoop. So it was wonderful to discuss on machine learning, data analysis, 100% courses delivered by industry experts, additional opportunities, enhanced teaching experience, placement highlights, and MBA job market, higher salaries, and many more from experts, Mr. Nishant and Mr. Anoop. So I would request to the admission nominee, Mr. Maninder Singh, to be on the screen. Over to you, sir.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. I'll just put up my presentation. And as Sir has already informed about MBA Business Analytics, which is particularly to a specific program, I'll take you over to a more general specific programs where we will be talking about the university accreditations and the rankings. Along with that, whatever facilities that we provide in university, that we'll be dealing in this particular part. So I'll begin with the first part. Just let me put it in full screen. Yeah. So the first thing that is very interesting that we have recently achieved is NAC A++ accreditation. That is the highest accreditation grade that we have achieved, and recently we have scored on a point scale of 3.68. So along with this accreditation, we have n number of other accreditations which makes a university valid and best to learn in. Like we are approved with UGC. The particular program which Sir has already discussed, the MBA, it is being accredited with ACBSP. That is a US approval that we have already got. We have approvals from UGC. We have approval for NCTE, that is for education programs. For agriculture program, we have approval from ICAR. Then for architecture program, we have approval from Council of Architecture, pharmacy program from Pharmacy Council of India. Then you can see each and every program that we are offering in our university, it is approved through a particular body which has been governing that particular program. Along with that approvals, we have n number of memberships like International Association of Universities, Institute of International Education, Association of Indian Universities, AIUs. Even we are working with ODL, that is distance education, and we have programs in online education as well, right? So these are some accreditations and approvals that we are seeing. And along with this, if you see that we have an ranking, that is we got a ranking in second in WURI, that is one ranking we in world ranking, and in world ranking, that is in Atal ranking, we ranked third, and this is basically on innovations achievement. So not only particularly to the programs, in innovations also we are ranking good in the universities. Sticking not only to the education field, along with the education field, we are trying to develop the candidates throughout. So many candidates or many alumni also of LPU, they are into sports, and who is not aware of Neeraj Chopra and many other gold medalists, bronze medalists that are already from LPU. And recent achievement is Makkah Games, that is Maulana Azad Kalam game. So this game is also at a national level, and we were the first private university to end up in the first runner-up in this particular event. And in 19th Asian Games also, we have brought many medals to the nation. We hosted Indian Science Congress also in 2019. Many reputed personalities came to university like Dalai Lama sir, and many other many other foreign nationalists, many other renowned personalities from foreign people like PM of Australia. So many people, they visited our university. Mr. Arun Jaitley started this LPU Startup School at LPU. So we are even financing some of the startups which are very good by students, and LQ is funding them, and students are working on those startups as well. So these are some of the glimpses, like Gaur Gopal Das sir was here. Many people, even some celebrities were here at LQs, like Shah Rukh Khan, Deepika Padukone, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, many more. So it is not that we are only sticking to education. We are trying to develop a student throughout. You can go with education, you can go with sports, you can go with cultural activities. Even this is some glimpse of the university, like the infrastructure. It is world-class infrastructure that we have, world-class auditorium. We have computer labs with full-fledged technological advanced computers. We have library. We have so even a shopping mall we have at our campus. So everything that you need, even a gymnasium, that is inside the campus itself. So students can even the leisure activities like bowling, pool, all these things are available at. And the good thing also that is we do have a uni hospital as well. For medical emergencies also, we are equipped with these kind of things that you can deal with in the campus itself. And now I'll move on with one particular part that is regarding this indoor stadium. So, as I already told, we don't want to go with only education. Students here are learning, and they are growing through sports as well. Like we have a full-fledged indoor stadium which is equipped with badminton courts, shooting range, basketball courts, squash courts, and this is the big thing that is we have an Olympic size this swimming pool inside the camp. This is an outview of this indoor stadium. So students who want to opt for some games, they can even opt along with their studies, and they can play, and they can even represent LQ. And if they bring laurels to our university, it is good for the university and nations as well. So we are already live for this admission purpose. We are already live. So students can go on to the website that is lq.co.in. They can register with us, and they can apply for LQ Nest. That is the entrance and scholarship test for LQ. And if anything else that they need, we are having a helpline number also. You can just call out that helpline number, and our admission team will be there to guide, to counsel, and help you in the admission process. Thank you, ma'am. This is all from my side.
Thank you so much. As I can say, there are some questions from our participants. Can we take Mr. Anoop and Mr. Nishant and Mr. Maninderji?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
please.
first question is from Megha. Can you provide examples of industries or companies where professionals with an MBA in business analytics are particularly in demand?
Let
The name
me
of the
take that
industry or
question.
companies she's asking.
Yes, definitely. So let me take that question. So when we say industry, so as we have already covered in the presentation itself, right? It is not limited to just IT or banking or insurance or pharma or e-commerce. It is everywhere. So when we have to talk about companies, like if you are targeting for Infosys or Bajaj Finance or Tech Mahindra or Airtel, or Amazon, everywhere there is this need or of data analyst and people who make sense out of data. So there is no company that I can say it is in the reverse side. Let me answer it. There is no company where we say there is no requirement of data analyst is there. So almost every company requires data analyst. And if you talk about like we are surrounded by Alexa or Amazon or even Siri, where we know that we are getting into recommendation systems and we are getting into some high-end artificial intelligence like ChatGPT. But when we are talking about analytics, it is like it's a bread and butter for every company.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. The next question is from Gurpreet. What are the key advantages of pursuing an MBA in business analytics for career growth?
Okay. Maybe about this program, have industry tie-up with and one then to be associated is you get expert of industry dealing with industry partners, live cases which actually been problems which are raised in industry. Those things forward to students so they get hands-on experience and they can when they reach it. So that makes very special, very different from it's been offered by other education institutions.
Thank you so much, sir. Next question is for Dr. Maninder. Someone is asking how LPU is better option than other universities in India.
When a student actually compares, they compare on few aspects like the staff, the faculty that we are here at LPU, along with that the infrastructure that we are providing, the advancement in technologies that we are providing, along with the investment that they want to make on that particular degree. Like here we have n number of scholarship options. Students can even if they are on let's say they've come for MBA, they can take a scholarship on the basis of their graduation. They can appear in LPNS, they can get scholarship from there also. If they are having some documents related to let's say sports, culture, we provide scholarship there also. If they have something in mind of a startup, we provide scholarship. So n number of scholarships are here. So student even who are needy, like a single girl child, or we can say single mother, we provide scholarship there as well. So students, when they want to invest as an MBA degree, we are not charging them much because we are providing them n number of opportunity to get some scholarship. Along with, as already Anup sir and Nishant sir has said, that we are providing a world-class kind of a facility where they can learn, grow, and they can get some good placements also. So if they are comparing, they should compare on these parameters because it is not that some other university match the infrastructure that we have.
Yes, thank you so much. Krishna is asking, do we get BA in general, MBA or special? Dr. Shant, can you please answer this question?
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Anup, you can take this question and answer.
Ma'am, I think you should repeat the question. It was
Yeah,
not.
do we get a BA in general, MBA or special?
It's a MBA specialized program. So thing is like have a certain MBA program where specialization is offered, and there are certain programs like MBA in business analytics program where around 11 courses are taught and the internship and all this industry. So you'd be getting certification from.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Ashish Pandey is asking every year how many students get placements on an average in business analytics domain.
This question actually most demanded. I would say that the first which would be placed would be from analytics only, and then companies would move to other domains because it's highly, and even those who are analytics but have few skills related to, they are also getting preferences. So obviously MBA business analytics is first for industry.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I hope the participants got their answers from our experts. As we come to the end of this webinar, I want to express my deepest gratitude to our experts for sharing their valuable insights and expertise with us. Your presence, enthusiasm, and active participation have made this experience truly special. Hopefully, the attendees found this webinar to be valuable and will be able to utilize the information for better decision making regarding their admissions. If anyone want to access this webinar again, you can visit our website, that is lpu.in, and can be accessed on YouTube also. Stay connected with us for future webinars. Until we meet again, with the permission of my seniors, I would be signing off this webinar. Take care and goodbye. Have a nice day.
Thank you.